Okay, guys. So welcome everyone to a special POD open mic event. Our event is an open mic and member certificate ceremony. So I first would like to ask, how is everybody feeling? Ask again.
Feeling good.
Feeling
Doing well, can't complain.
Yes.
Feeling great.
Yes.
Good. I'm happy to hear that. And so I'm glad you all are here and thank you for participating and being present with me today. So first we will start with our certificate ceremony. I will present certificates to everybody and then we will begin our open mic. So I'm going to share my screen and you guys will let me know if you see what I have. So if you give me 1 second, and I'm going to hit share. Okay, so let me know if you see this. Okay, does everyone see this screen here?
Yes.
Okay, good. Alrighty, guys. So for the first time, Poetry on Demand founders myself, Jereni-Sol, and co-founder Eric, we have decided to distribute certificates to our members. We wanted to do this as a thank you and to recognize your wonderful dedication to our group, to give a sense of feeling belonged and a stronger connection. And also, I think it's just a fun thing to have. So here's our first slide and our certificates. They do have meanings. They have special colors. So the certificates that are yellow, those are for our members who have been here since 2015 and has attended sessions in person. They are our longtime supporters since 2015 and also attended poetry art related outings in person with POD and different open mics that we've had. The blue certificate are for our brand new members and they have attended at least 3 Poetry on Demand sessions. So next, I would first like to present our certificate here to Amina. So Amina, you can always clap it up. This is in no particular order. So Amina, since the beginning, you were here when we were in person. You attended our POD and our POD open mic in 2016, and you were also a participant in the anthology. Your writing, since you've been in the group, I've noticed that, you had like dark themes to your writing. You also had deep and personal poems, and we love that because it adds variety to the group, and we definitely appreciate you. So everybody give it up for Amina. Yay. So next.
That smile, look at that smile on Amina. I like that.
Yes, Amina. Okay, so next up, we have Tilo. Everybody give it up for Tilo, who's here. Oh, wait, actually, Amina, did you want to jump in and say anything?
No, sorry.
It's all good. Just in case you wanted to, it's all good. All right, Amina, thanks. Now, Tilo. So Tilo, since the beginning, you were here too, and you and Amina, y'all was probably sitting next to each other in the workshop. But yes, you was here since the beginning. You also was at the POD open mic in 2016. You came to our outings when we had open mics in the city, and you're in our POD anthology. Your writing that you participated in the group or created in the group, it was always impactful, very insightful, and your delivery is especially unique. So we appreciate you and your dedication to POD. Thank you, Tilo. Snap it up, snap it up.
I do have something I want to say.
All right, take it away.
Y'all spelled my name wrong.
What? Seriously?
You left the W out of Moses.
Oh, snap. I will
You
fix
got
that.
M-O. It's supposed to be M-O-W and then the uppercase Z-U-S.
My
But
bad.
other than that, I want to say that I've enjoyed being a part of POD and it's helped in my liberation. So thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. I can edit that and send you the correct version. Sorry about that, Tilo.
It's all good. It's all good.
But thank you for understanding. So next up, everybody, is, oh, sorry, Dara Kalima. Yay! So Dara and I, we met in 2016, and she has attended Poetry on Demand writing sessions in person. She came to our art-related events that we went to in the city, and Dara particularly provided invaluable editorial assistance for the POD anthology, and we thank you very much. Yay!
Yay, Dara.
Dara, did you want to say anything? All righty, we want to keep it going. Next, we have Margaret Cookie.
Mom, don't leave mom off.
Oh yes, definitely mom. And so mom, you attended so many sessions in person since we started. You pretty much been to all of the open mics, which is amazing. And you particularly helped with the tickets at the open mic we hosted in 2016. Your writing in the group, we noticed that it's always been upbeat, and your pieces, the way you uniquely create your poems with rhyme, that's always a delight to hear. And I can absolutely see the growth in your writing each session. So we totally appreciate you. Woo! Thank you. Yay.
Well, I'll say something. Thank you. I'm so happy and so proud of you. And I know in the beginning of this, well, I would always go to the in-person sessions and I wouldn't participate, but you encouraged me to participate. And now I'm on a roll. So thank you for this. And it's a joy. And I love you all.
Thank you. Woo! I'm so glad you participated.
Yay, Cookie. That's what's up.
Okay, next up we have Alex. Lex one. Also my wife.
Lex.
Oh, Alex, you attended our sessions in person since the beginning. And at the POD open mic, Alex and I actually collaborated on a piece. I presented a poem and Alex did. You remember?
Yeah, I
Right?
remember.
Alex did the guitar, and it was a very great experience to be collaborating. And in terms of your writing, actually, just to backtrack, I did ask your opinion throughout my process of the anthology, and it was very helpful. Thank you for that. And your writing in the workshop, oh my goodness, it continues to amaze me each time. Like seriously, like the way you use like elements, they get more intricate and more detailed and a lot more creative. So I definitely love, I love your contribution.
Oh, thanks, man.
Thank you, Ali. Did you want to say anything?
Thank you, Alex. Thank you.
I always enjoy myself and look forward to what I get inspired to write when I get with my peers in POD. So thank you.
Yes, thank you. So next up we have Susan, aka Auntie.
Auntie.
Wrap it up. So Auntie has attended sessions in person. Of course, our open mic in 2016. Auntie, your writings are full of inspiration and ancestry, and they're so deep. And we are so glad to have you with POD. Thank you, Auntie.
Hey.
Oh, well, thank you so much for that, Riri. And I could just say that I'm just proud of you. Just watching you in action is inspiring to me. And, I just feel so full every time I hear you, every time I hear your creations. And as I always say, watching your process of how you do all your creations is just so amazing to me. So I'm waiting for your next book to come out. And, Auntie's going to always be there to support you and love you forever.
Well, thank you so much, Auntie. Ooh, thank you. So next up, we have Daryl Mason. Woo! Daryl. So Daryl, she attended our POD open mic and she ran the ticket table with Cookie, my mom. And she also attended other events. So Daryl, your poetry in the sessions, I've always noticed that it was full of imagery and it had elements of storytelling, and that stands out in your pieces. So it's always a pleasure having you here.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I look forward to it. I like for us to meet every month. Is something that I also feel I've changed too in my writing. When I first started, I said, I'm taking baby steps, but I'm feeling more confident now. And I thank you. And let's keep this whole session going. It's really, really impacted a lot on my life. So thanks a lot.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad it's been positive for you. Awesome. So next up, Michelle Simmons. So Michelle Simmons, she is not here. She was unable to make it today, but I will just say what I would like. So Michelle also attended our POD events, and her poems when she was with POD, our Zoom segment, her poems were always heartfelt, and we definitely appreciated her participation. So let's snap it up for Michelle. So now next up is New and Blue. So the blues are for our new members, and we have Michelle Brown, who's here.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, and she has attended at least 3 sessions, which makes her an official member. And Auntie Susan actually introduced her to POD, and she actually almost been to like every session since then. And we're glad that you felt the need to return, and we enjoyed you. We found that your poems were always deep and insightful and very fun. So we appreciate your participation. Yay.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. I enjoy being part of this. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Woo. And last but not least, we have Suzette Rivera. So,
hey, Suzette.
New is blue. So Suzette has attended at least 3 sessions in our Zoom segment of POD. And she has been introduced to the group by Alex. And so her delivery when she gave her presentations in our writing sessions has always been so unique. And it's also that of storytelling, and it's big and colorful. Your pieces and words were always deep and powerful, and we are glad to have you as an official member. Yay.
And I got something to say now. Okay, fine. Okay. So for those of you, you probably heard, I don't know if you have, but I'm a music teacher. That's my profession. I teach privately now. I've been in the school district for like over 12 years. And as a child growing up, I was a poet before I was a musician, because in elementary school, I was always writing poems that the teachers couldn't grasp. They're like, what are you trying to say, Suzette? You're using the wrong word. So I kind of shut down from writing because they were too critical. But in my music teaching, I always tell my students, you have a song inside of you. And I have all my students they have to compose something. And it's always so different. And then I was amazed at what they would do. And now I feel like my life has come in full circle. I'm revisiting poetry. And now I can say, everyone has a poem inside of them, okay? And it's going to be different, and it's going to be real. It's like your soul is speaking.
So to me, it's a next step up from just the music. Now the words are the music. So I'm really happy to be here. I'm a little scared because when you say your life went in a circle, I'm like, okay, so now what? I'm a circle. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, ay, ay, ay. Anyway, so I'm happy to be here. I had no clue I would end up here, because how I met Alex and Cherie had nothing to do with what we're doing here. But, you know, it's amazing. What's in the Lion King, the song they sing, whatever, blah, 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 blah.
Matata, Hakuna Matata.
No, the other one, the one before that.
Circle of Life? Oh my God. Well, thank you, Suzette. I appreciate that. And yes, you being here is wonderful. So I'm glad to see you. And so a quick little FYI, all of us here, we're all members. And so we can present our own prompts or our own ideas that we want to host. We can host to the group. So if you have an idea, let me know and be like, Cherie, I want to set this up. I want to present to the group. So you can own your own workshop. Okay, you could host, you could lead if you want. We could co-host. I could jump in and help, but you can take over a session and, you know, POD, make it yours. Okay.
That's what's up. I like that.
Yes, there are already some talks in the work I've had with some, and yeah, so we can be on the lookout for those.
All right.
All righty, and so this last bit I would like to mention in the slideshow here is certificate recipients. So these are for other members who are not present here, but they are recipients. So Dominique, Elisa, Donalise, D Black, Carla, and Keith. So all of them have been here since 2015. They participated in the anthology. They've been here in person. So I just want to recognize them. And Keith particularly, as well as attended events, he also created, he actually did the design for the book cover. So I have, I came up with the idea and he made it an actual living, amazing cover. So he used all his artist skills and he did that for us. So I just wanted to bring that up. And also Jeanette, who's a new member since POD on Zoom, introduced by Alex. She definitely is an amazing contributor. And so everyone here will all receive their certificates and I'll be sending you guys your certificates as well. So I'm gonna close this out. Oh, yay, just snap it up for recipients, for everybody. Because we are all a team together, we are all here. So now we can slide into the open mic. And if you give me a second, I can, these windows I don't need to see. Alrighty, guys. So we already know the order of our open mic. And let me just jump in and say a little bit, quick few rules. So each person will read one piece. And after that, of course, we'll snap, we'll show each other some love. And feel free to comment. Comment all you like in the chat, anything that stands out to you, anything that connected with you or, you know, you felt. And if you want to verbally say something, feel free. We could take 2 or 3 because we're running pretty early for time. And so, yeah, and then if we have more time, if anyone wants to, you know, stick around before 4 and do a second round of poems, if you want to jump in, then you can let me know. All right, so everyone's good? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're ready to jump into the open mic?
Yep.
All right, so first up, coming to the virtual POD stage is Cookie. So
hi, everybody. So I'm going to read something I wrote when Cherie first inspired me to go ahead and write something more. So this was from the early days, and it's entitled Our Sons. It's Our Sons, Let Justice Prevail. We gave you life, love, and a future. Through the difficult times, we continued to nurture. We watched you grow, learn, and achieve, and you excelled more than I ever believed. As I sit and watch the news daily, what cops are doing to our sons is a serious travesty. They shoot to kill with no justified reason, then walk away free. Hell, is this killing season? No justice, no peace are the words we proclaim, but check out the just us system. Is it all a game? Lord, protect our men and our women too. Let justice prevail. Stop this killing crew. When will we see it's about respect? If we don't get it right, we'll all end in death. Train the cops and train them well. Shoot first or you'll end up in a cell. No, shoot first and you'll end up in a cell. Respect and communication are the key. Let's work it out for the sake of humanity. Black lives do matter. Stand up for our rights. Let's just let justice prevail. Let's continue the fight.
Yay! Woo!
Good fight, the good fight.
Excellent. I love that
No
piece.
doubt, the good fight.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Like that.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Thank you.
did anybody want to comment on that in the chat? Doris says, "Great job, Cookie."
Only in the chat?
No, you can speak out.
Okay. Oh, I'm so proud of that, sister. Oh my God, it's inspirational. You know, it goes with so many emotions: the sorrow, the pain, the anger, the just the tiredness, but then
Mhm.
being a soldier, being a social justice soldier. So that's like an
Right.
inspirational type of anthem that
Yes.
you gotta share it with me. You gotta
Okay.
share it with me
Thank you
and
too,
with my clients.
Dara.
I like that. It's relevant. It's relevant. It
Right.
suits the moment too. And just like Susan just said, Auntie just said, it's inspirational. You know, it makes you want to get up and mobilize. I like
Right. Yes. Thank you. All right.
Yes, I loved it. I remember hearing that piece for the first time, and I feel like it hit harder like the second time. I know it was a very deep piece. It was a justice piece, so it was really felt. And I know that like the elements that stand out are the rhyme scheme. So like I said in the presentation to your certificate, like the way you use rhyme, I love it. It always makes your poem very impactful. It gives it a flow. It makes it like very listenable, like makes me want to hear what's coming next. And
Thank you.
wordplay on that, justice, just us, you know I had to bring that up.
Yeah, I got that from you.
Oh, thank you. But yes, this was excellently performed. So thank you, Mom.
Thank you, everybody.
Yes. So next up, we have Amina.
Okay, so this poem is very old. This is a poem I wrote as a college freshman. So wow. It's called, and I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing it right, a chthonic journey. I was at my desk listening to the priest preaching on how we should do our virtuous deeds or be damned to the pits of public school. They herded us like sheep into the room, filled with the supposed delights of staying parochial. Everywhere I turned, I saw a smile. Voices constantly jumped out at me. Flyers upon flyers were piled into my 8th grade palms, but aware of their lies, I planned my descent into the realm, curious to find what gifts may lie beneath. I perused the great book of all that exists in the 5 levels. Finding a desired verse, I called upon the spirits of freedom from uniforms, religious dogma, and ignorance. With a pen, I performed the final ritual and sealed the deal with my signature. My request is met and I drop from the heavens. I walk through the gates, excitement filling me. A massive body comes before me and roars. My joy ends as I realize that I'm in Tartarus, the lowest level. Wanted to escape, I grasp my Dell gem and strive for a way to a higher place. When my desired level is found, I perform the ritual filled with long incantations and requiring intense and risky invocations. After the draining act, I enter the greatest of the realms, the fields. I stand before a great place by which nothing I know compares. There is more open space, cute bunnies, lots of trees, no crowding, mass suffering or anxiety. As I walk towards gatherings to gather wisdom from the elites, the inhabitants of the land greet me with smiles and, hey, my heart becomes excited, my face tight from a developing smile, a place that I'm finally happy. I lie down proud of my success until my gem sends a distressing message that my journey through the realms has yet to end.
Yay. Ooh, yes, Amina. Woo.
Oh, Lord.
Hello, hello.
I'm trying to
I
tell
remember you
something.
did that before, Amina.
Yeah.
And I feel the same way I did then, like the imagery and the emotions and like the comparisons and things. Woo, yes, girl.
Yo, the great drain. Lord.
High school. I think that was high school.
Oh, that was high school?
Wow,
Yeah,
that was
because
high
I was talking about I was in Catholic school and I wanted to go to public school really badly, but then I went to public high school and I hated it. So then I got into my dream college, and that's when I was in the fields and I was happy.
Okay, great,
Wow,
great.
that's beautiful.
That's
That's what I was hearing, like your journey through each step and your experience. That's
Yes.
awesome, Amina.
Anyone else?
Yeah, Amina, I need
Yes.
to read the last line to me again.
Okay, 1 second.
About your gem had a message.
Yeah.
My gem sends a distressing message that my journey through the realms has yet to end.
beautiful.
That's me and my circle. I said I'm going full circle. Now what? That's what you just gave that to me too, honey. Woo. Okay.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yes, Amina, lines that jumped out at me. I felt that like you used a lot of personification, of course, with that gems line, as well as when you said voices jumped. I'm like, that was awesome. You said massive body roars. I'm like, wow, that was well depicted. And also you said called upon the spirits of freedom. That metaphor was fire. So I definitely enjoyed your piece, Amina. Thank you. So next up, everybody, is Suzette. Snap it up, snap it up.
Brooklyn's in the house.
It didn't occur to me to give it a name. People have names for their things. My thing has no name. Sorry.
It's okay, Suzette. I try to title my stuff, so good.
I pray for the day you have a hunger to know. What if? I've always searched for the what if answer. I ask, I seek, the answer always comes. And then I'm hearing another what if that gets louder and louder until I almost know. And then I know. I pray for the day you have a hunger to know.
Thank you. Yes.
Nice. So if you had to give it a title, what would it be? I would say The Hunger to Know.
Okay, thank you.
That's a good one, Tilo.
The Hunger to Know.
Suzette, your delivery is always magnificent. You just put everything into it. We feel it. Well, at least I do.
I feel it too. I feel it with you.
Me too.
All right.
I do too.
Yeah. Anyone else want to jump in?
Yeah, I just want to say, sometimes we look at length, like I want to make it long. I want to say so much, but sometimes the little bit that's said is so powerful. And I wanted more, but then it was like, wow, that was so powerful within itself. What more do you say after that? What more do you say after that? Very, very great work.
Yes, yes, thank you. I second all of these. All of this feedback. I definitely agree. As I also mentioned in the certificate presentation, your delivery is impactful. We enjoy it, and it definitely adds to your poem, and it hits. And one thing I noticed is your repetition of what if. The constant repetition, it makes the poem, it makes it have an impact. It makes you think, what if that brings the question back to the listener. So thank you so much, Suzette, for your piece.
I have a question.
Yes.
I was speaking to a particular person, and I was wondering if anybody could guess, who am I talking to?
Yourself.
Ooh, that's
No?
that would be a good twist, though.
President of the United States, I wonder.
We're not on talking terms.
Let's say an X.
Oh, one of your parents? Oh my. The hunger to know. See that appropriate?
A student of yours?
The hunger to know.
I didn't know.
Not a student, like Dara mentioned. I can't even. Man.
All right, I give up.
Are you going to give us the answer, or is it going to be a mystery?
If somebody asks for the answer, I'll give it.
Well, we would like to know.
Yeah, who is it? Who is it?
I'm speaking to my son.
Oh.
God, and I was about to say your child or your inner child, but oh.
Okay.
Impressive.
My grown son.
That was beautiful.
Wow, Suzette, thank you for that.
The hunger to know.
Right. So next up, we have Susan, aka Auntie.
Okay.
Let's make it happen, Auntie.
Okay, I gotta look. It's on my screen actually. So if I'm looking strange, it's because I'm reading from my screen.
No worries.
So this is a dedication. And I'm gonna speak a little soft because this is for my daughter's birthday. She'll be 18 on Friday. So I wrote a poem for her. So she's in her bedroom. I think she's sleeping, but I don't want her to hear. Okay, so here it goes. My youngest child at 42, I birthed on the 3rd day of September, year 2003. I greeted you with love. Doctors reveled, and friends and family were elated attendees. The hospital was a scene of all the family. Grandma and Jen were determined to be there to love, support, and surround you and I with strength of what was destined to continue their legacy of family values, pride, and certainty of all that is possible, with spending some and saving some, quote unquote, and quote unquote, doing what is right. You arrived the same year when Grandpa wanted to, quote unquote, walk with my grandson. He knew he had the foresight. Your beginnings were many moving parts. An older mom I was, but never did deter my desire to want the very best for you, my desire to want the very best for you through all our twists, ups, downs, and turns. I hope you always know I've always been proud of who you are and all you will be as you're braving the storms, creating new avenues for yourself, and learning to just be me. Turning 18 supposedly marks a transition to maturity, new wisdom, legal age, and adulthood. But your spirit has always had the inner wisdom, old soul, and naturalness of all that is good. As your mom, I'd want to take credit for your sweetheart, kindness, and non-judgmental nature. Perhaps I can share a small glory, but those are some of your jewels innately, that's for sure. This is such a period in your life to celebrate, even though I say every day you should just do that. But on your journey of continued learning in and out of the classroom, take each lesson and calculate the stats. The stats of your self compassion, being your authentic self, creating your vision of your goals, taking chances with scrutiny, being unafraid of risks and failures, and continue your path into being bold. And lastly, know that my love for you and all that you are and do are unconditional, timeless, and true. You'll always be my baby, and every day of my life since birth, you have been cherished, and always remember you matter and are valued.
Oh, wow.
That's it.
I'm gonna like that.
That was beautiful.
That was so beautiful, Sue. Oh my gosh. I mean, that'll bring tears to your eyes.
That's what I was getting ready to say. She gonna be crying before you finish that.
Uh-huh. Exactly. My
Right.
glasses are fogging up and stuff.
Yeah. Avoid
But listen, a side note, when she was in labor, I was at work. They called me saying, she's about to have the baby. Leah waited until I got to the hospital.
She
Just
sure
so you
did.
know.
She sure did.
I love it. And side note, she's not just my niece, she's my bestie too.
That's
Yeah.
We're
Aw.
like this.
And
Yes.
that's her godmother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
I put some
baby.
quotes in there from her grandma who said save some and spend some, from Jen who said always do the right thing,
Mhm.
and grandpa said I want to be able to walk her down the street. I want to be able to walk my grandchild down the street. So that was his day because he passed away a couple of months before Leah was born.
Mm.
So the whole thing was kind of emotional for me.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. Did anyone else want to comment?
I love the line surrounded with strength. I believe that was the line. And everyone was surrounding with strength because everyone was surrounding her, but it was also surrounding her with strength. So I felt that journey, that transition. She talks about 18 as being a transition, but the whole poem was sort of like a transition of even her life having her and the love. You can feel the love throughout. Beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, I was an old lady when I had her. I was like
Mm.
almost 43.
That don't make you old.
Huh?
That don't make you old, 43.
That's true. But you know how they see a maternal mother giving birth. I mean, they have my name like in the delivery area. They have your name and your age up on the like I guess like a small billboard, so all of the doctors and nurses changing shifts could know who's who. And of course, my name was up there, 43. Everybody, the other mothers were like 20 something, 30 something, and I was like,
Okay, so did anyone else want to comment?
Yeah, I wanted to comment. If your niece is not aware of it, when she hears this, she'll know that she's surrounded by a tribe, by a village. Because
like that.
in the beginning, you're saying everybody was there for you, honey. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
throughout it, I hope she feels that she's cushioned or surrounded
Yeah,
or
like
insulated. That's it.
right, insulated. Yeah.
If she just puts out her hand, she should feel she's
Mhm.
insulation. And that's the
right.
beautiful thing. Yeah.
Exactly. That's right. That strength holding her up.
Yes.
Good with that.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Auntie, yes, that piece was amazingly heartfelt. And like I mentioned, you got ancestry in your pieces that stand out. And I mean, I have a personal connection because it's also my family. And when you said some, save some, that's the same exact quote I used in the anthology.
Yep.
For great women. So my
Uh-huh.
dedication to you, Mom, Auntie, and Jen. So yes, like I have an absolute personal connection to your piece. It was very warm. It pretty much hugged me. It was a lovely dedication. Line
Thank you.
was be your authentic self, which I think like should be a motto that everyone should follow, as well as continue your path of being bold. I was like, ooh, that line.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, Auntie.
Thank you.
Page 5, spend some, save some, okay?
That's right.
Ooh, yes, Suzette with the book on deck. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, next up is Dara.
Hey, sorry I've been so silent, but I'm just typing my responses. All your work has been so lovely. Soul's journey. Have you ever let your feet lead? Let them guide your meditative state. Have you meditated through your feet, letting the sensations of heel, then arch, then ball, then toe, then heel, then arch, then ball, then toe, then heel, then arch, then ball, then toe, guide the steps your mind strolls through as it finds itself lost in thought. As the toughest parts of your feet encounter the toughness of concrete, does your mind too find itself traversing tough memories? Or does it wrestle with realities? Does it struggle then and there, or does it instead wish to attempt to hop or skip towards funner and funnier things as an act of avoidance? And as your toes kiss grass, does your mind blissfully recall when you kissed your lover in that publicly owned grass on that star-filled summer night? Did your mind make cheeks blush? Did heart feel flush and belly feel butt flutter? Was that feeling a tinge of grief? Or do your thoughts get stuck somewhere to be, wishing for a forward motion like your feet, which are so eager to cross the street as you feel your toes fall into a rhythm? Do you then think of the rhythm of life, wandering and wandering through the ebbs and flows as arches lead to cooling creeks? After letting the sensation of heels, then arch, then balls and toes guide the way, when souls soak in journey's conclusion, where did your mind settle into then? Did it enjoy being tourist led by feet and relish in the meandering? Did it vow never to travel that way again? Too many thoughts impeded the way. Or have you not yet let your mind follow where your feet have led? Not yet submitted to the sensations of hill, then arch, then ball, then toe, then. That's that piece. Thanks for listening.
Yes, Dara, thank you, thank you.
That was beautiful, Dara. Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
Nice.
How you put the feet, the steps and all of that, and the thoughts and the emotions behind them. Loved it. It was beautiful.
I like when you said, let your mind follow where your feet are going. Where are the feet going?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah. You know what? You know what I thought of? Just as you're saying that, Tilo?
What's that?
Dara, I thought of meditation as I heard you repeating meditation.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I
that's
thought
how
of,
I'm
then I thought of body scan, like going from the feet and going upward. Then I think of walking meditation, because part of that whole practice of walking meditation is reflection and being aware, being present of what you're feeling, all of your senses. So all of your senses, of course, has to do with how you're feeling, your emotions. So I feel like I would want to use that as part of my. So I gotta ask you to if I can have that piece too for my walking meditation practice.
Got you.
Because that helps to evoke different feelings that I might want to get in touch with to see, what's going on with myself. So
Yes,
yeah, so I love
definitely.
That's exactly where it came from, was focusing on what the walking meditation practice does. So like, because the whole idea of any type of meditation is if you focus on that one thing, whether it's your breathing, whether it's what you're feeling, what you're hearing, or you're walking, you're so focused there that your brain is sort of letting whatever come through it go through it. Because you're not consciously controlling your mind because you're so focused on your breath or you're so focused on your steps. So one of them is a form of walking meditation. And so I was sort of figuring out like, well, what are you thinking about as your feet are going when it hits concrete versus grass? What sensations pop into your brain? If you cool off your feet at the end of a walk, what comes through then? So that is absolutely where I was focusing, where the poem came from. Was that idea.
I like that.
Wow. Yes, Dara, I definitely, like, you took us on like a whole experience, I feel like.
That was deep.
Walking experience. And one of the things that stood out was like, yeah.
Suzette was trying to say something. You always be the last one. Suzette.
Oh, sorry. My screen is muted at the top. Go on ahead, Suzette.
Now y'all went somewhere with Dara, but Dara took me somewhere else.
Oh.
She took me to a park and she took me to where my feet were in the grass and where I was with my lover.
No, that is.
That's Brooklyn for you. Look at you.
I'm like, what was she doing in the park when I was there? So anyway, that's it.
No,
that's a good one. I too have been in the park in the grass. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes, I love it. See, I usually say this often, but that's why I love POD, because like when we, we can each have different experiences based on what we heard, based on what we wrote, and I love when that happens. It's amazing. Dark, yes, like, Tilo, you wanted to say something?
No.
Yep. Okay. But yeah, so elements that stood out to me, repetition, that also gave like, I think like a metaphor of actually walking, like the repetition, how you have to keep taking steps over and over, like your poems symbolize that. And like I think it was heel, arch, ball, toe. I think that's like how like the foot moves, and the fact that you said it several times was like the poem was walking too somewhat. Lines that stood out to me, I only got pieces of lines. So you said it doesn't wrestle with realities. I enjoyed that line. And I felt a whole rhythm like throughout your piece, which, was wonderfully done. So thank you, Dara.
Thank you.
And I just want to say, I thought about dancing. So I remember when I was taking classes with Alvin Ailey, that whole dancing exercise. So that's what I was thinking about. So everybody thinks of different things. Yeah.
Yes, I definitely love that. Thank you for your for jumping in on there, Daryl. So next up, we have Tilo. All right, Tilo.
All right. I was wrestling with what I was gonna do and which one I was gonna save for later. But I have a show on September 11th in Bayonne, New Jersey. So I'm gonna use the piece I'm gonna use to get their attention there. I'm gonna get y'all attention now with this joint right here.
All right.
The motivation for this piece was my wife had posted a question on social media, and she asked, what does power to the people mean to you? Like as an individual, what does it mean to you? And I went to respond to it, but I realized I've never given that any thought at all as to what does the phrase power to the people mean to me. So I commented that I'm gonna give it some thought, and then I'll come back and reply to it. So this piece I wrote was what came out of that. And it's called Power to the People. Power to the people, a call to action that's feeble, feels like a fight for freedom, viewed as an act of treason. But what does it mean to the people? This power that the people want, is it transferable, and at what cost? Will a morality check be required? Why should the people be empowered? Should said powers be ours? Chew on that for a minute. Power to the people, a call to action that's confusing. At best, it's about a revolution. If so, the purpose is convoluted by all of the amendments in the Constitution, by greed's power of corruption, by religion's power, which is supreme. This is why power to the people, in my eyes, lacks actual meaning. All right, here we go. Power to the people, a call to action that should inspire the people to activate and mobilize. You see, this fight for freedom, it will be televised until the rights of all humans have been recognized. Power to the people. That's that piece.
Woo! All right. Wow. Just absolutely wow. Anyone want to jump in?
Wow.
I like how he started with questioning it, like really getting critical about analyzing what it really means, and then he defined it his own terms at the end. I like that.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was
Thank you.
like so much stuff. I was trying to take it all and then retain it. I should have written some stuff down, some key words, but I like the questions. Like Amina said, what does it mean? What does power to the people mean? And with these different systems
Mm,
that are constructed to take away power from the people. So religion, the Constitution, you know, what does it mean? What does it mean to us?
mm.
So wow, that was just so powerful and empowering for you to ask that question. What does power to the people really mean? And how do we use it? Like what's next?
Yeah. No doubt. Thank you.
So awesome.
Yeah, it was very powerful, as you usually do something with such power, and you tell it with your whole body. and and it was like a lot of things that you could learn from that, for each of those paragraphs or whatever you would call them. You could do like a whole class. That's how deep and full of information it was. You could tell somebody that and go to a lot of different places just from the different things that you said. So thank you for that.
No problem. Thank you.
Yes, I agree. Anyone else?
Yeah, I'm gonna jump in right here. If you could read the part where you talked about something, and then the Constitution, that whole little piece in there in the middle there, and then something about the Constitution messing the whole darn thing up.
Yeah, I tried to write that down.
I got you. It goes like this. Power to the people, a call to action that's confusing. At best, it's about a revolution. If so, the purpose is convoluted by all of the amendments in the Constitution, by greed's power of corruption, by religion's power, which is supreme. And this is why power to the people, in my eyes, lacks actual meaning. Suzette, that's that Brooklyn. That's that Brooklyn, Suzette.
Over here,
Yes, that's it.
over here dropping mics and stuff. Yo, okay, let me just jump in real quick. I mean, I'm just so like full. So that first line, like a call to action that's feeble, that opener, I felt drew me in. I'm like, what is to come next? And then you ask, why should power be ours? That line definitely stood out. That whole verse you just read, that stanza you read right there with convoluted and Constitution, I wrote that down because that like alliteration.
You caught that.
That stood out. that was awesome. I couldn't get that whole line. You said a call of action should inspire. I was like, wow.
A call to action that should inspire. Yeah.
Yes, that was amazing. I found that your piece, like, to piggyback off of Mom, it was very layered, which means like you can dig deep into it, you can break it down, you know, you can make a whole outline, like there's a lot to explore in your piece. Dara said in the chat, you'll do great on your performance. Sorry, thanks, babe.
Thank you.
Great on your performance, and I agree. A part of what captured me was your rhyme scheme. That was fun, and it added a lot to it. And your delivery itself holds attention. You know, absolutely. Alex said always.
Always.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Alex. Thank you.
From day
Thank
one, you from day one, I think the first day we met, I was like, who is this guy? Like, I've never heard anybody like you. So yeah, definitely stands out.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And just to have the opportunity to go through that brainstorm of what does power to the people mean to me, I came up with so many questions. What actually is power to begin with? You know, and if it should be the people's, why? What the hell are we gonna do with it? And I wanted to take y'all through that process of brainstorming and then start thinking about other things it could stand for. Like, at best, it's about a revolution, you know, and if so, that purpose is convoluted because there's amendments in the Constitution right now that should have already liberated us in a sense legally, but we still going through this. And then I finished it up with the last piece of what came out of it, what power to the people means to me, and that's human rights. That is our power as people. And if we stand together as one, regardless of race, religion, where you come from on this planet, and fight for human rights as one, that is our power.
Hilo, very impactful, man.
All right, you taking us to church. Church, right. I had some Baptist ministry in there, but not religion, with social justice.
No,
So. Oh man, I wish we could see your show. You got to take your show or something.
I sent the information to Cherie, so if y'all need that info, she can hook y'all up with it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'll be traveling on that day, but
okay.
I wish you all the luck. You're going to be awesome.
Thank
Oh,
you.
absolutely.
Well, it's going to be recorded, so hopefully y'all will get a chance to see it anyway.
Yeah, okay. That would be great.
Thank you.
Great. So next up we have, we're gonna go to Daryl, and then we'll go back to Alex.
How do I go after all these great speakers?
Look,
okay, but I'm gonna try my best. Okay, the title of mine is Life Right Now. And I just want to say that I just wrote this, but I've been struggling with the outside world and the personal world and all that's on the news. Here goes. Life can be so difficult. So many things going on. Climate change, coronavirus, violence, politics. There is so much to think about. Marvin Gaye would ask, what is going on? If he was here today, he would say, a lot is going on. What's going on with me? I'm surviving, I'm thriving, and I'm living my best life. Breathing, reliving, and feeling alive. Alive and well, just swell. Living each day can be so crazy. We got so many problems, but I will live each day. I will create, contribute, and connect with others. Looking forward to tomorrow. But there's going to be more problems for another day. War, poverty, racism, sexism. This is my life right now. Does it ever end?
Wow. Daryl.
Thank you.
Yo, she hit us with a Marvel ending right there. We was waiting for more.
But I left the question to you. Does it ever end?
Wow, that was
Oh,
great.
yeah.
And that's from the Boogie Down Browns.
Wow, thank you.
Representing.
That's right. That was so moving and emotional.
Thank you.
From Marvin Gaye, like when you think about his song, that was
And
so
what would he say?
going through the time. It was like a cycle.
Mhm.
What was going on then? It's still same stuff that's going on now.
That's right. So true. So true.
And yeah, so just with all of the things that are going on, all of the heavy stuff that's going on, but still, you can pull yourself a little bit away from that to
Yes.
still find that peace within,
That's right. That's right.
and moving
Yeah.
on, and reality knowing that stuff is going to happen again. We're going to be going through another kind of COVID virus, but the inspiration to say, but I'm still going to go on.
That's right.
And that's why the ending was so powerful for me, because she says, does it ever end? And we already know we're gonna go through something similar. The last one was 1921. Now here we are, 2021. Does it ever end? That's what made that so powerful and impactful to me.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
No doubt.
Yes, Daryl. Did anyone else want to jump in? I see you.
So, what did you mean after going after all of these grades? You right there with us, girl. What you talking about?
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Because I'm taking baby steps.
No, I see you jumping over buildings, girl, in a single bound. There you go.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
I feel love.
Yes, I second that. You know that all of our voices here are valid, and we are amazing. We all create our own pieces, and that's what makes us all unique. Okay, so everybody here is just all valid here. So I can jump in. Daryl, your piece, I relate to it 100%. You mentioned like what's going on with politics, the virus, everything. Like that's 100% how I feel. I found your piece to be so relatable. And I noticed that you had bits of reflection on there, like living your best life, trying to be grateful for everything you have. There are two major highlights. You used create, contribute, connect. You used the POD slogan, Daryl. What?
I borrowed it.
I love that you incorporated that. That's the first time. I mean, it may have been used before in another piece, but I can like straight up say that was the first time it popped out at me. And
same here.
I loved it. Amazing. And you, with that, you threw
thank you.
Alliteration. So, and then, I got you, Mom. Ending the piece with a question, that got a lot of reaction. And I feel like that was a lovely way to end it. It's like throwing it back to the audience, and it makes us all go back to thinking again, like, wow. So thank you. Daryl, Mom, you want to jump in?
I just wanted to say that you touched on something that we can all relate to. The issues of current events, as well as the issues of life experiences. So it's something that we can relate to, and I love the way you delivered it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot, everybody.
Yes, thank you. Next up.
Wait. And I did not feel hopeless when she was done. You know what I mean? Because sometimes people will talk about current events and it just drags you down. But when she put it the way she put it, and I don't even know how she put it, I didn't feel attacked. I didn't feel drained. Somehow it was still uplifting. So.
And you said that. I'm glad you said that, because we're all in this together. Yep. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
exactly.
You so
yes.
Well
It was
said,
like
well said,
dealing with all of the horrible stuff, but we're still going to go through it.
That's right.
We're still going to get up, and we're going to still move on.
That's
and it'll
right.
make us stronger to deal with the next hurdles.
True.
I like the line where she said, thriving and surviving, like it's just intimate. It's what we're doing day to day.
Yeah,
I loved it.
right.
Loved it.
True story, Michelle. True story.
Thank you. Thank you.
All
Thank you.
right, wonderful, wonderful. So Alex will be listening. And so with that, I will go next. And I have two pieces. I'm trying to decide which one. I think I'm gonna go with this one. So I have a piece and it's called From the Ashes. Your words were daggers, bullets, and ammunition. You put a figurative gun to my head, left me trying to figure it out. Decisions, decisions. On my confidence, you left a wide incision, and after dealing with the hurt, I had to make some revisions. I had to heal with mental stitches. You were a momentary mess up, video game glitches. I needed my own happiness when it came to you. I was ready to come correct with something called the truth. From the ashes, this pain cuts as slow as molasses. Soul burns like acid and crumbles like ashes. You constantly dissed me, so I had to disassociate myself from you. You noticed, now I'm distant, not persistent. You no longer deserve my time to cut all commitments. From the ashes, this pain cuts as slow as molasses. Soul burns like acid and crumbles like ashes. You being optimistic was an optical illusion. Your smoke and mirrors trick left me in a state of confusion. This internal war manifested itself onto this paper because it festered itself inside and cut like razors on my patience. I took your poison for the last time. I respect and love myself, so I had to leave you behind. You ever noticed? You never noticed my worth until I was gone. I valued myself over the BS. I had to move on. Thank you.
Cherie, I love it. Girl, you make me proud, child. But I would like to use that to tell some people off because that's such a nice way to put it. Oh my God.
That, yo, using poison instead of the SHIT word, that was hot.
Yes.
I took your poison for the last time instead of the other one. That was hot.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
You know, I was thinking it could even be talking politically. You talking about a politician that I had faith in you. I gave my trust in you.
Nice.
I gave my support to you, but you turned around and did all the things that is being done to us now.
Wow, I definitely love that perspective. Wow.
That's nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was amazing, Cherie, as usual. I bow to
It
you.
was amazing. I could
Thank you,
relate
Auntie.
to it. And I just want to say, sometimes you do have to get rid of negative people. And I do wish I had that to say to them. And I did cut ties with some people. And I heard you say my worth. That's so true. My worth. You aren't worth me. So gotta go. Yeah, I loved it. Thank you.
And another thing for me, you know, with us being doing this since 2015 together, like your growth and your flow, you know, your metaphors has always been hard body, but your flow now is like, you know what I'm saying? And that's really, you know, like it's touching for me. Like I'm feeling emotional right now because I've witnessed it. I've watched you grow into that flow that I heard just now. And it feels really good to have been a part of that growth, you know?
Oh, thank you so much. That was so heartfelt. Thank you so much, Tilo.
Okay, so
Hold on. My wife is in here too, and she's saying the exact same thing I'm saying. Because she's listen.
Well, thank you, Tilo's wife.
No, she's talking right now.
Oh,
I have not heard Cherie nearly as often as he has, but first thing I said before she got to the third sentence, wow, she's grown.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, she's grown.
That's what's up.
oh, thank you. Thank you, Tilo's wife.
Her name is BC.
Oh, thank you so much.
So the line I need you to read again is you ended with distant, and then there was a disassociate in there, and then I lost the third D. Read that line again.
Okay, I'll read.
This was the first D.
It was actually, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I said, you constantly dissed me, so I had to disassociate myself from you. You notice now I'm distant. Then I said, have not been persistent no longer.
Bang!
Reserve my time. Okay, yeah. But yeah, it was disassociate and distant.
Disassociate. So now, distant.
Yes.
It's a Cherie, I'm taking instruction as you analyze and you use those words that define how the poetry is flowing. So your wordplay is just amazing. You know, the way she turns the words and the different meanings that the words have. So that's just amazing. So I always listen out for that and how you use it.
Oh,
Second
yes.
that. I agree there.
Go,
That's
girl.
one of the things that I look forward to when you step to the mic.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That is one of my favorite elements. Like I just all the time because it's just the best. I just love playing with words and being creative and yes. But thank you so much. Thank you all for your
Yeah, and I
Wait.
just want to say, Cherie, you can curse somebody out without using curse words. So the way you did it was so eloquent because you can curse someone out without using one curse word.
That is so true.
She takes that after her grandma.
Yeah. And to piggyback off of you, Daryl, I was gonna say Dora's comment. It's Jereni's meanest poem and still so classy as always. That is it. That's it.
Yes, thank you guys so much.
Yes.
That comment. Yeah. But I can just super duper add. I do have like words in here, but I just censored it for the event. But yeah, like just to stay respectful of elders and such.
I was about to say, being respected of the older.
I don't mean elders. I mean by my parents and aunties and such.
No doubt.
There's a time and place for those words. But thank you so much. I appreciate the feedback. I love it. I'm soaking it in, and I appreciate you guys and everything. So it is 3:32. So I'm not sure if we have time for all of us to go through another piece, but anyone who really wants to go through another piece, I'll see how many of us would like to do that. Maybe.
Tilo.
Okay, let's see. All right. I got Tilo, Suzette, Dara's game, and maybe one more. I don't want to limit anyone.
Susan has her hand up. Susan.
Oh, okay, cool.
Right.
But I do want to stay within our time frame. Okay. I think that is looking. Oh, wait. Oh. Okay. I'm just gonna go on mute for 1 second. Okay, guys. So I will announce who will go next, and then if there's any more time after these people, if anyone who hasn't gone a second time can go a second time. Alrighty, so we will start off with Tilo. All right, welcome in Tilo back.
Thank you. This is a frisky joint. It don't have any bad words in it, but it is frisky. And I don't like to read my joints, so I do know it, but I'm kind of shaky on it, so forgive me. All right. And just a brief setup. It's about a couple that hasn't consummated their relationship yet. So the guy is calling her to talk about where they at in it and what he's expecting, what they're both fulfilling. It's called Before You Get the Appetizer. Let's imagine we had nothing but time with no need to rush or be sublime. You see, the whiskey bar, it includes some wine. So let's toast to the edge coming off, to tonight not being a one-off, and that our chemistry is compatible with falling in love. Salud. Because I want to tease you as I do things that please you. Deep tissue tension relief, molecules from the drifting fragrance inhaled for its therapy, incentivizing and tantalizing. Yo, you get all this before you get the appetizer, which is Moses going down on you like a scuba diver. Just imagine all the wonderful things I demonstrate, like a passionate soul kiss or a tongue flip. And they're just a part of this escapade. You see, I'd have the beat of the rain matching the beat of your heart. Now you connect that with your breathing and you think we're playing a sport, because I'm anticipating our special evening. That night will be each other's entertainment. I'll be your scuba diving cunnilingus, and to activate me, all you have to do is say, come and get it. And I'll be there to part your thighs with pleasure. I'll be there to part your thighs with treasure, unleashing pleasures only the Richter can measure, because I can't think of anything better than us reenacting a paragraph from one of our love letters when we look forward to what a life together offers. Now, with an opportunity like this, how much more can we ask for? So let's make our time together worthwhile with ambitions that couldn't possibly be denied. The thing is, I want to be just what you like. So you can take it out on me if you're just looking for a fight, because for better or for worse, right? That's if you're trying to be a wife, because when it comes to trust, you've earned that from me with a synergy that's similar to a fantasy. And in that fantasy, I see your love faces when we're naughty. It's my motivation for wanting to bring joy to your body. I see us making love so that we'll never forget our first night. I see us making love so that we'll never forget our first night. And this is where I get the brain fuzz, so I'm sorry. I see us making love so that we'll never forget our first night. Okay, I got it now. I see us making love so that we'll never forget our first night. It's why I share my thoughts with you feel so right, because we're about to go there, to a place where time is no longer fed, a place where our creative imagination is cheered, because our creative imagination is infinitely vast. So let's imagine we're destined for a commitment that infinity couldn't surpass. And thanks to conversation and adventure, we'll get to experience physical pleasure. Thank you.
Wow. Wow, wow. I mean, I'm gonna let someone else comment first, because
Well, I'm gonna need that poem also to take with me on my trip on 9/11.
okay.
Wow. I'm just going to leave it at that because of the
Thank
younger
you.
niece
Thank
here
you.
in the room. I'm not going to elaborate on why I would like that, but that was
You know,
it,
yeah.
Tila. Wow.
All right.
Okay,
Like
admit
that.
it, we are all sweating right now.
Down is fanning. Woo,
What?
Oh,
I was trying to hold it together. Old Dara was over there acting out.
oh, I could see.
Thank you for that, Dara, though. I fed off that energy.
Yeah, she's up in the chat too.
Oh, is she?
Mhm.
Okay, nice.
Wow. All right. Anybody want to comment? All right, I will begin. So the fact that you did that, Alex noticed that you did that from memory. You wasn't reading.
Yeah, I wasn't reading, nah.
Wow. First of all, that's awesome, because I can't, like, I read, like, I'm not even trying to go through my brain. That was awesome. It was very long and you like just knew it. Did you want to jump in?
I remember hearing that one before. Yeah, so I know that one.
At the open mic.
Yeah, was it 10:02 or was it the first open mic when I performed with Cherie?
I believe it was the one with Cherie.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, yeah.
When I first saw him.
I remember that.
Woo, you see that's how your work is memorable, man. Like it rings in the mind, you know, it lives there. So I just want to identify things that stood out to me. So your rhyme scheme is always so eloquent. You had rhyme and sublime. You had said, let's toast to the edge coming off.
Yes.
Yes, that line was deep. I like that. That was absolutely a metaphor and was awesome.
And tonight not being a one-off.
That was in
Goes to the edge coming off, and tonight not being a one-off, and that our chemistry is compatible with falling in love.
Yes, that is awesome. Our chemistry is compatible with falling in love. Nice.
Falling in love, yeah.
So well done. And then you had a whole lot of imagery in there. What I found, yes, imagery was the highlight. What I found was like you use imagery fused with like rhyme, where you said soul kiss and tongue flip. So that was rhyme, also imagery. So that fusion was well done. And there was a line I wrote. This line was like my favorite. You said, with a synergy that's similar to a fantasy.
No doubt.
I think Dar may be able to back me up on this, but when it's a constant sound that's repeated and it's a consonant, is that assonance or consonants? Consonants.
It's consonants, but say the line again.
With a synergy that's similar to a fantasy.
Consonants.
Boom. That. Oh yeah, those elements just stood out, and I was able to do as much as capturing it as possible. And thank you for that. That was an experience. So thank you for that.
Thank y'all. Thank you for listening. Thank you.
Yes. Next up, we have Suzette coming back to the virtual POD stage. All right, Suzette.
Okay. Open, jump, fly, scream, laugh, spin, sit, roll, flop, fling, ding dong, ping pong, sing, sigh, float, swim, dive, breathe, grow, live, give, open, receive.
Wow.
You using them eyes like that.
Wow. I loved it. I loved it. Everyone want to jump in?
That's what's up.
Yeah, that was, oh my God, that was amazing. You just held me. I'm just like, go with it. Go with those words. All those words had so much meaning. And your body and your delivery was just
And those eyes.
awesome. Yeah.
He was making that connection with them eyes, real talk.
Uh-huh. Yep. The energy. The energy was combined with those words. It's
I
beautiful.
love her delivery. It's just always, I always just look forward to seeing what she's gonna come up with next. And she always amazes me.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes. Suzette is so uplifting. Like she has you bouncing off the walls right along with her. Love it. Love it.
Definitely. And Dara did say in the chat that Suzette is just a natural performer.
Amen to that, yo. Amen to that. She ain't afraid in front of that camera. That's a good thing.
Right. And a perspective I had, I absolutely second everybody. A perspective that I took on your piece was in the first part of your piece, what I heard was a lot of action, a lot of movement, a lot of being like involved in everything. And then at the end, you use words like open and receive. So what I took from that was like, even though in our lives, it may be like a little chaotic or we have a lot going on, but then to me, it also, towards the end of the piece, it was like, remember though, to be open and to receive and, still don't, get too carried away. Yes, don't get too lost in the chaos that you forget to, have that personal like feeling about life, you know? So that's what I took from it. Did you want to jump in?
No, the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
I heard gross.
Right, yes, Alex
Yeah.
was jumping in on that. Yeah, she piggybacked, she said she heard growth and she agrees to that too. So, wow, Suzette. Thank you, Suzette. All right, thank you. Okay, next up is Dara coming up for our second time. All right.
Thank you. Suzette, I just said it was very haiku-like, with there's very few words, but there's a lot of meaning and impact in it. So thank you, Tilo, because you just reminded me I need to practice. I'm actually performing for the first time indoors since the pandemic on Thursday. So I'm gonna do this book. This is the one that actually got into what's the book, Cherie, that you're in twice?
Anthology.
Yeah,
Which one?
The Bronx one, the Bronx.
Oh,
anthology
the BX Writers Anthology.
Yeah, so this is in that.
And where you gonna be at, Dara?
I'm gonna be at Inspired Word and Parkside Lounge down in the Lower East Side.
Oh yeah, Parkside Lounge. I've been in there before.
Yeah.
All right. That's what's up. And when? Tuesday at what time?
Thursday at 7.
Thursday at 7. All right.
I can send the information.
Please do.
What he wanted was a poverty tour. What he wanted us to stroll through the vacant lots of the 70s where crack vials lined dream-paved streets. He wanted this, hoping to catch a whiff of ethnicity that his Upper West Side abode lacked. But he lacked an understanding of our current reality. He lacked any cultural competencies of what it means to be from the Bronx. He didn't want to love us residents, didn't care for our experiences, didn't respect the language of our streets, nor did he understand that our love language was Spanglish. Because no matter which was our primary tongue, we were forced to slip into the hybrid with an added bit of slang for extra seasoning. Our tongues are well adept to a variety of seasonings because we season every expression with extra sazon, curry flavor, or hot sauce. He was never ready for a taste. He also wanted to two-step down the walk of fame to the cool rhythms mixed by Herc. But that'd be all right if he weren't a jerk about his obtuse goals. But his soul and the soles of his shoes were never ready to pound the pavement like we residents do. He, with his myopic eyes, was determined to see rustic industrial scenery, ignorant of our epic greenery. His light-washed eyes just wanted to see brown skin scraping to get by, and I almost let him get by, almost allowed him to get away with that, with me as his unwitting accomplice. But I love my hood too much. I carry too much pride for the stew that is the Bronx. After all, it is here where we can visit Johnny's crib before getting a perfectly golden crusted pastry. When wanting to be social, we can grab a libation at the club on Kingsbridge and then check in with Lloyd to see if he's got some cake for me. And on hard days, I just wash down the hurt with some ale from the Bronx house, but he knows nothing about these Bronx delicacies and missed the names of these places in which we Bronxites feast. He just delicately tried to get me to give him a poverty tour, but it was my neighborhood's beauty that would have been on store, and his perception would have been torn to shreds. But in the end, it was his plans that I put to bed because I'd be caught dead before exploiting the beauty of these souls thriving in these streets that raised me. He wanted a poverty tour. Instead, he got ushered to the door.
Get your ass out of here.
Yes. What, girl? Listen, you are so ready to perform. Please, you and
I stumbled a lot. I gotta fix it. I gotta get some practice. It's not my strongest, but I didn't want to read my other Bronx poems too long.
Oh, no worries.
It's all good
This can
though.
be your practicing ground. It's all
Yeah.
good.
You got time before Thursday.
Wow. And
Nice.
jump in.
That was amazing, Dara. I mean, just all of it makes you feel good about coming from the Bronx. Hello.
Oh, here we go.
Yes, I could feel it. I could relate the different spots you talking about, going here for the drink and this and that, all of that stuff. Yes, I can feel it. I can see it because I do it.
That's so true.
That's what's up.
Yes.
Loved it.
Loved it too. I loved it too because it took me on a tour and I have a sense of Bronx pride. So thank you so much. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. As another Bronxite, I heard all of the spots, just like Cook said, and Daryl said, I could visualize it. I was going back to all those different spots and those memories, like little flashbacks. So thank you for that. I loved it. And your delivery was awesome.
Thank you.
That was absolutely awesome. Like you said, it's, it took us with each thing you say, just took us there. And your background, everything, everything was just, I don't know how to explain it. It's just, I don't know, just amazing, just amazing. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yes, definitely. Alex and I, we are curious to know, who was that? Who were you talking about in that piece? If you want to reveal.
You got to read my book. It's the last chapter. It's the second to last chapter.
Okay.
But I don't want to ruin it. But it's in response to the person who ends up being a part of the focal point of. So I don't know if you all know. I have a memoir I wrote. I do have one in front of me.
I got it in my
Still
shelf.
Laughing. And so the last chapter, or the second to last chapter, which is it really depends on your perspective. Part of it talks about who that person is.
All righty. Well, thank you. I do have it in my shelf. I got it.
What's the name of the book, Dara?
Still Laughing.
Still Laughing. Okay. Well, girl, you should have told us about that.
I'm very, if you notice, I've been very quiet today. I'm
Yes.
very like,
Yeah.
you did stuff. You didn't know I did stuff? Okay. I did.
It's all good, Dara. We're still glad you're here.
Yeah, oh, for sure, for sure.
Absolutely. So I just want to jump in real quick and say a few things that stood out to me. So you had said our love language was Spanglish. That was cool. It was almost like a tongue twister for me.
That was fly, yo. That was fly.
Oh my goodness, you have wordplay where you said like season, and saison. Thanks, babe. I was just like, oh snap. That was hot. And then you have this wordplay where you said soul and then soles of shoes. So it's like you have wordplay and alliteration in the same lines. So I'm like, those fusions are so amazing. You had said, I love my hood too much. I'm like, yes, I love your hood because we got the same one, BX all day. And that there was a line where you said perception torn to threads. I was like, shreds, yes. I was like, that was deep and like, that was an awesome line. So thank you so much, Dara, for that. And then we can have Auntie go, and then I'll say my last piece, and then that will be that. Oh yeah, I did have some closing comments as well. Just a few final words. Auntie, do you want to?
Oh, yes. Okay. This poem was inspired. I was in a sitting group, electro yoga dance group that I'm in, like teachers that, we get together and we have swap meets and throw around ideas. So this was a little exercise we did, sort of meditative, and we just went with our feelings on different chakras. So this chakra is about love. So love is compassion. Love is true. Love is meeting the union of who I am and feel in depth about myself, about loved ones who are related by blood, humankind, and all beings of the earth. Love is acceptance of all of the others that make us uniquely individual and blessed. Our differences teach us the beauty of all that has been, what is, and what can be through the blending of the endless spirit of our beautiful connection to one another. Love is forgiveness, allowing the release of pain, anger, and guilt, and not just believing, but knowing that we are all receivers and givers of hope, faith, resilience, peace, joy, and love.
Ooh, yes, amazing. I loved it.
Yeah.
I like the part when she says receivers and givers is so true. Okay?
Yes,
I like that.
I like that.
Good job,
Thank
Auntie.
you.
Lovely, lovely.
Thank you.
Wanna comment?
Love this, sis. Awesome. Got love for you too, girl.
Yes.
Oh, love you too, Sissy, and all of you.
Mm.
That's what we
Oh,
all need in this world. That's what we all need. Love,
yeah.
right?
And
That's
to
it.
piggyback,
Basic.
I agree. To piggyback off of Daryl, where she said about the receive part, that kind of took me back to Suzette's piece, where at the end she was talking about receive. So I felt that connection between those two poems. Also, so love is, so that just is the start of metaphors. So metaphors was just completely sprinkled throughout your piece, which was very fun. And I enjoyed listening to it. You had said love is compassion, that opener, I think it led us all the way through. You said love is acceptance, and everything you said after that was great. And then you had this whole bit, and I couldn't write it all down, but you said our differences teach us the beauty of ... But the fact that our differences teaches the beauty, that is like personification. Having differences teach someone something, that is like an amazing concept to me. So thank you so much for sharing that, Auntie.
You're welcome.
I loved
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah, snap it up. Okay, guys, so to close, I'm gonna read my piece. And it is funny because Dara, the piece that you said that you read that's gonna be in the BX anthologies too, I'm gonna read mine. That's also gonna be in their second anthology. I'm like, yo, look at us on the same wavelength. All right, guys, so this piece is called My Bronx. My Bronx is breathing love, roaring strength. Originality is tough, built strong like a tank. Nestled in the heart of the boogie down are creatives, excited and proud to be a Bronx native. The Bronx has bred blossoming buds beaming, the royalty of the hood gleaming. Original, rocking our Timbs and Yankee fitted caps, screaming that we love our borough. Nourishing our neighborhood with unique styles of expression, oozing personality and dripping swag. The Bronx Museum of Art's thriving, Riverbank State Park, Yankee Stadium climbing, or Little Italy wine and dining, the next stop City Island, or the home of Edgar Allan poetic vibing. Experience the Bronx. The Bronx is bold and beautifully blessed, rich with culture that never sleeps, only here. Natural vibes sing like wind chimes, deep like poetry, read in between the lines. You will Yankee Blue see that we are extraordinary, and extraordinary are we. Thank you. Woo, thank you, thank you. And if I can add a little tidbit, if you were to see this poem on paper, I used the style of the poem is acrostic, which means each line spells out the word Bronx. Like I can screen real quick if you want to see what I mean. Yeah, I'll share my screen real quick. Let's see, share. So you guys see this?
Nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Acrostic piece where
Awesome.
vertically it spells out the word, and each line is the first letter of the word Bronx.
Nice.
That's hard to say.
Wow.
Oh my God.
That's awesome. Look at all those X's.
Yeah.
Excited, expression.
I like
That's awesome,
Extraordinary.
Cherie.
Oh my God.
And what's that Edgar Allan Poe? Edit.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah. See? Oh, her wordplay. Oh my God. Edgar Allan Poe, poetic vibing.
Yeah.
Extraordinary is you, Cherie. Oh my gosh.
Thank you, Auntie.
Good job.
Wow. All the
Good job.
Bronx stuff, memories again. Those memories. Edgar Allan
Okay,
Poe,
so
cabin.
Tilo and Suzette, y'all gonna have to do some Brooklyn stuff.
I got an F train joint. I got an F train joint.
Ooh, we should
So
have a challenge, like a Bronx/Brooklyn competition.
I feel so sorry for you guys, though.
You say that, but most of this
listen,
Zoom is the
Right.
Bronx. I just want to point out how heavily we
Yeah.
represent on this
Yes.
Zoom.
Yes, that's right. That's what I
But-
was
It would be.
but Brooklyn, you see where Brooklyn go, even when there's an army, we still show up.
Oh, okay. So let's do it. Let's do it.
Whatever, the 100 that beat the whole army?
I think it was
100.
300. You talk about 300.
Oh,
Yeah, 300.
Yeah,
Yeah.
300.
Right. Did anyone else have any comments real quick? And then I'll go through final comments.
Nah, I just wanted to say I put a link to where I'm going to be at on September 11th, and what it'll take you to an article is a write-up about what's going to be there and all that kind of stuff. Who all is going to be performing?
Yes. Thank you, everyone. If y'all want to check that link out, Tilo put it in the chat. Okay.
And so did Dara. Dara got a link in there too.
Oh yeah. Guys, let's take a second to scroll through. There's some links in here. All right. So did anyone want to jump in real quick for comments?
This was just great. Thank you, Cherie or Jereni. I never know which name to use, but thank you.
It was
for
great. It was
bringing
great.
us together.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I enjoy it
all of
each
you.
time. Each time watching Cherie facilitate, and the way she just flows through it, it makes it so interesting, makes it so fun, brings out the creativity. And listening to all of you is just inspirational and empowering. Just giving ideas on how to live life.
Yes.
So,
It's a
Loved
sense
it,
of
loved
family for me, that feeling of family. And I always have a nostalgic moment where I think about that little room we was in the bar. We'd be cramped in that joint, writing, sharing. It was crazy, laughing. I loved it.
Yes.
And I live in New Jersey. I used to leave New Jersey and come all the way out there to chill with y'all. So
Oh my
it
goodness.
had to be
And-
something.
yes, and you felt like that was like a worth your time.
Yeah, without a doubt, it definitely was worth my time. Definitely.
Thank you. And you're still here too.
Still here. I ain't going nowhere.
That says a lot that he comes from all the way out in Jersey to
Yeah,
come.
yeah, the
That's a
whole
beautiful
time.
thing, because we just have to cross the street.
Yep. Yep, that's why I picked that place.
I just had to do that, Tilo. Sorry.
That was smart.
oh, the place over the concourse.
Yeah, Yosara.
Yosara.
Dancing
Oh.
yoga.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
He had an
we up in
extra
that
room,
room.
and we
Mhm.
had our sessions there.
Yeah.
That was sweet.
So real quick, guys, my final comments for our group. First of all, thank you. Thank you so much. We're happy to have you guys here. Thank you for the donations. We appreciate that as well. This video, it's being recorded, so I will post it on YouTube, and I'll let everyone know when that's there. And just a final question of how's everybody feeling now?
I feel good.
Great, great.
Yeah.
I'll second
Yeah.
Tilo. It feels like family. It feels like we're just bonding like crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
Love.
Right.
Yeah.
Love.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. This is a community. This is a
Without a doubt, yeah.
community.
And the community is an extension of the family.
Yes.
Ooh,
There you
love-
go.
Well
It's
said.
a great feeling.
Okay, guys, thank you for that. So our next POD session, and I'll update you guys, is September 25th, which is the last Saturday of September, and it is from the same time from 2 to 4. So I will be probably looking to see if any of our members want to present their prompt to the group. So you can look for that in the upcoming POD sessions. I do have October already set, I think for the 30th, but I will keep you guys all posted with that. And if you guys want to invite anyone, we go by word of mouth here. So if you want to pull in a friend to come check out our sessions and participate, then feel free. Just let me know in advance. Okay, guys, so that is all.
Yay. Thank you.
We made good time here.
Good to see y'all again, and I have a prompt for next month. So.
Oh, you have a prompt? You mean you want to present?
Yeah, for next month. I'm gonna get with you on that.
Oh, well, see, the thing is that I may already have somebody lined up for next month.
It's okay. I could do it for a month that is available.
Oh, of course. Then we can. That sounds wonderful.
That's what's up.
Okay. All right. So thank you all. I appreciate you. Thank you for spending your time with us, and you're all amazing.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
appreciate
Thank you.
everybody.
Love
We
y'all
had a
again.
great
Bye,
time.
Yes, we
everybody.
did. Everybody be safe. Have a wonderful rest of the weekend.
Yes.
Yes, I'll see you guys in September.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh, you
Take
gonna see
care,
me before
everyone.
September. Hello.
No.
Me too, Riri.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye,
Okay, bye,
everybody.
Bye, guys.
Take care.
Take care.